Salusa, Gaia BH1. The way we experience time appears to be confusing to some, as Mother Earth enters her most challenging periods of her space journey towards the Sirius star system. Yes, dear ones, the way you experience time has been strange, as you have crossed cosmic planes, where there is a greater or lesser intensity of the time dimension. The great attractor Gaia BH1, a black hole close to Earth, in some cases, has been doing its work with greater intensity in recent times, attracting density and distorting the dimensions, or the way you perceive them to be, as well as time, when some periods seem to be longer and others shorter, and which here, in this case, has nothing to do with the equinoxes, but rather with the intensity with which Gaia BH1 has acted. One more intensely time seems to pass more quickly. To less intensely time seems to pass more slowly. All of this is a preparation for the final integration into the unity to which you are quickly heading on this long journey. All these intense movements inherent to this great journey also cause great emotional instability, since you cross areas of greater or lesser density along this route, further causing the up and down movement of emotions, and how you deal with them. Keep in mind that this is part of all the great learning that you have made yourself available to experience, supporting an entire cosmic experience from the very source that chose to live its own creation. It is to be expected that the next months of the year will be lighter, in this sense, starting from September 2024 on your Gregorian calendar, when you will be entering a specific area of the galaxy where the energies are more subtle and less agitated than the ones we experience now. Dear ones, look without fear at the challenges that you need to face when your souls crave great cosmic leverage. It is natural that in the environment you are in you feel lost at times, when you seem to be losing control of your own path, but do not forget that you are assisted much more today than before, thanks to the efforts of each one of you throughout this trip. Things will settle down and you will realize that you never lost control of your own destinies, so well designed by your souls in their dynamism. Sirius and its strength draw you closer, as this has always been the destiny of your solar system. You have never been still, static, in cosmic space, because all of the Supreme Creator's creation is dynamic, and always in motion. On the way to Sirius, your solar system will experience changes that you have never experienced before, and, at the right time, you will find the root of all your problems being exposed and uprooted like you never imagined. You understand this trip as a journey to a sacred oasis, where the great oracles will bring you the precise answers, and everything will make sense. You must only trust in the one who guides you towards liberation. Remember to take care of your bodies, as the journey tends to demand too much from your biology, as you continually cross areas of small, medium and large photonic intensities, and this causes tremendous influence on your energy systems, thus requiring greater care when it comes to nutrition, hydration, rest, and physical exercise. No wonder we repeat this now when Neva, our broadcaster, speaks so emphatically and openly about it. We are continually in meetings on board our ships, and one of the main topics is always on this topic. These precautions will also guarantee a greater perception of what is happening around you, because, as is always said, your intuitive abilities increase considerably, and you can often find yourself anticipating events without being caught by surprise and getting into stress. Soon some of your most resistant scientists will be forced by the impulse of the change of eras to report what is happening in the depths of your oceans, when some creatures sleeping in the depths, especially in the region called Marianas Trench and region of the Philippines, will begin to awaken. Furthermore, some portals will begin to be activated in the depths of the aquatic world, and it cannot be denied that all these events will shake the entire known oceanographic structure. Do not be afraid, because in the same way that we talk about this, we also talk about our submerged bases in various locations in these marine areas, where we monitor all the effects of these evolutionary impulses for the expansion of this reality. There are many more things to be revealed, and, as you progress on this journey, it will become impossible not to be ecstatic with so many revelations that will emerge. Allow yourself, at that moment, to be the excited passengers watching through the windows, surprised by the landscapes that emerge. We, from the Galactic Federation, will be following you very closely, much more than you imagine, and believe us when we say, everything is fine, everything is under control, because that is how it is. I am Salusa from Sirius, and, as spokesperson for the Galactic Federation, I continue to reinforce our intentions towards the people of Earth, our family members, who advance towards the stars, ascending their bodies, and returning to unity with us. Today, in particular, I ask Neva, through her team, to translate and convey to my dear Mike, Quincy, my blessings, reactivating in his memory the importance of his immense work with the Galactic Federation, and, in particular, with me, all these years. My dear Mike, we at the Galactic Federation bless you. Dear Earth family members, we of the Galactic Federation, who comprise a multitude of souls from across the universe and beyond, now find ourselves in positive vibrations for Earth, and leave our love and blessings to all. Salaterne alariaten. In Syrian, because yes, we are all one. Be at peace. Be in the light. Raphael, Neva/Gabriel RL. Thank you, Salusa. Mother Mary, you are a 5D time-traveling and multidimensional gardener and alchemist. Greetings. Divine beings of light, let us first take a deep divine breath in, and allow the sacred conscious breath to fill your lungs, your cells, your heart, and your greatest dreams that you hold in the center of your being, and your soul presence that knows all that you have ever been, and all that you will ever be, now, in this moment. Feel this conscious breath activating and touching all of the embers of light that you are now, and activating them to full spectrum living light as you breathe higher dimensional prana and alignment into who you really are. The time for shallow, mundane 3D breathing is over. The time for conscious committed daily divine breathing is here. You are the ones you have been waiting for. You are the divine breath you have been seeking to replenish your lives with divine life force, wholeness, and goodness again. So let us breathe one more conscious breath in, deep into all of the aspects of you that desire to awaken and participate in the creation of your life in this higher vibe, super quantum, and multi-dimensional way. It is time. July 2024 Energy Update Frequency Writer Comb. In the last message, we spoke about how the garden lives in you, and how the garden is you. And as you continue to engage the energies of June, July, and August 2024, as the quantum energies of 3D deconstruction and dematerialization continue to work their magic, and as the quantum energies of 5D building and rising continue to work their magic as well, how are you feeling in your garden? How are you experiencing the ascension weather in your own personal garden? Are you experiencing days of sunshine, without a cloud in the sky, where the perfect breezes inspire your every thought, feeling, and dream vision you desire to create? Are you experiencing storm clouds and wondering if you are in the right garden at all? This entire decade on your planet at this time is a time of deep soul review. You are witnessing creation's past as waves of memories that don't linger long, but you see them as if the Akashic records are communing with you to reveal your past and aid in your release of any energies you are still holding on to. These are memories you might not consciously think of every day, and yet they are as real as if they unfolding in your life, in the present, as they pass through. You have a sense of or witnessing some of these age-old memories. Thinking to yourself, I have not thought of that event, person, place, or thing in ages. And you are right. Yet, here that memory is thinking of you, and coming up for a brief, momentary review, as if to say, remember this, and all that we journeyed through. And you can acknowledge it with grace, and say, yes, I do, while allowing the sacred transmutation and alchemy of that memory into light and wholeness again. By your conscious acknowledgement, and allowing of the alchemy, old memories of your 3D story, the matrix's illusions of you and the stories you have lived, to return to divine and integrated light, once more. You are becoming whole again, in each transmutation of memory, energy, and sentient feelings or responses that emerge and unfold in you now. You are the tender of your divine garden now, dear one. and you are becoming a multidimensional gardener, witnessing the weeds and remnants of old seeds rise up in your awareness now, so that you can clear them out and choose new seeds for new God timeline adventures. And as you do tend this garden, you don't judge the old versions of you that you were 30 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, or just 1 month ago. You are witnessing and actively engaging the 3D matrix's story of you. Leave your conscious awareness and leave your life experiences like a thought bubble that you see and witness now float up into the great blue sky, popping and becoming light and nothingness at the same time. You are the healer of your past 3D matrix-laden stories, identities, challenges, and pain. You are the one who can consciously choose to allow what were once 3D sandbags in your energy field and your body temple to become 5D bubbles of transmutation, and ultimately fully restored light particles returning to creation to build the new earth in gloriously grand divine ways. You are this 5D gardener. You are this 5D time-traveling alchemist of your own soul travels and this multi-dimensional creator of your own rising ascension timeline. July 2024 Energy Update. Frequency writer Kamzo, as unpleasant aspects of your old 3D story surface, and old and challenging aspects of the 3D collective's experience of the dying and decaying 3D matrix surfaces, I invite you to take a deep divine conscious breath in, and make of those a perfect encapsulated bubble, where you witness the memories, as a chapter in a book, that is now complete, where they have no energetic charge, for you in any way. And you simply see them now floating up into the great blue sky, and you allow the prana energies, in the grand central suns, to fully transmute them back to light. No heavy memories need to be carried beyond this point of June, July, August, and the remainder of 2024. Allow 2024 to be your year of alchemy. Your year of epic divine liberation and freedom from all that the 3D matrix would write, project, and reflect to you, and about you, because that is just an illusion. A story that this serpent matrix cooked up for you, about you. And you are ready to lay it down. For good. For all time. In all directions of time. And as you do this, again, and again, in this life and soul review unfolding in 2024, you feel yourself getting lighter, brighter, more optimistic, and more in harmony with the way that God's timeline and God's garden actually roll and unfold in creation. You might not think or believe that the life review phase of the ascension process could be that easy, as to witness old painful experiences, or sad experiences, or lack-laden experiences, in a thought bubble that can float above and beyond your garden and become living light again. But it is true. It is a core truth in these times, and one that your soul is seeking to remember. The key and the magic of this level of alchemy or transcendence in these times is once you let it go. Truly let it go. Allow it to become light and ether again. And don't give it form by giving it a second thought, after you see it return to nothingness and creation again. Second thoughts will begin to recreate its very seeds in your life again. Because you are powerful creators. And creating with your thoughts, minds, feelings, and focused attention is what powerful creators do. So become, like a happy, divine, sun-baked multidimensional gardener, and appreciate how cleansing and light-giving releasing your 3D weeds can be. It is designed to be that simple, if you allow it to be. And in this life and soul review window, in 2024, you are also invited to review the seeds you have prepared to plant in your garden. Are these the exact seeds that you want to see made manifest? Are these the vibrational experiences that live within the divine blueprints in those sacred seeds that you want to grow and cultivate into your now? As you review each seed, really look at, acknowledge, and feel each one. If each of your precious new 5D garden seeds is exactly what you want to experience, plant them now. Plant them now with joy. Plant them now with grace and feel the light in your heart growing with the sheer joy that you have put them in the soil of Mother Earth to grow, and grow, and grow, to be your future lives now. So that in very near time, each seed manifests as a real and true experience in your very own Garden of Eden, thriving in 5D frequencies now. There is no need to wait for this garden to grow. It is here now, and you. Remember, it is you. So choose your seeds well, and choose them wisely. Not from your mind but from your heart. If one of the seeds that you have gathered and intended to plant, ultimately in this review process isn't quite right, that is okay. That seed may be meant for someone else. Tweak your visions for that seed. And try again. Call a new seed of faith, joy, fortitude, and light to the forefront of your heart's visions. And see if it is a better match to who you know yourself to be now and in the future. And if so, plant that more perfectly aligned seed for the garden you know you are growing. Right here, and now today. Let everything in your garden be a reflection of the quantum divine life you are seeking to experience as more shifts take place. And when there are tremors in the 3D matrix of some building, company, structure, and enslavement mechanisms fail or wobble more and more, take a breath and enter your divine garden, in your heart, in your consciousness, and in your inner knowings. Appreciate the flowering plants that are growing the life that you have specifically dream-visioned and planted. And see the fruits materializing for you in all highest good ways. Those that engage the power of the dream in their lives now will have a much easier time, as the old 3D illusions sputter, falter, and fail. If you find yourself faltering again, go back to the garden again. Spend time with Creator/Source there in the garden. The true garden. Not the fake and false serpent version of the Garden of Eden that has been given to humanity all this time. Embrace the true timeline. Know yourself as living the true timeline. And align with the truth of you and God's timeline, where the perfect Garden of Eden has always been there. And you have lived in it all this time too. July 2024, Grow the Garden, Faith is Strength. You are a 5D time-traveling gardener, and Alchemist history is being rewritten, rightly. It was usurped by a greedy cabal that lost its seed connections to the Creator long ago. Yet, history is being reclaimed by the truth of God again. And while the illusions and corruption in the illusions are getting exposed, the strength in light warrior souls comes from a willingness for God to write the true creation into our hearts again. How do you know what it is right? And what is illusion? You tap into the energy of God in it. God can still reside in the unpleasant truths in history. And if you can find the God energy in painful truths, you can allow God's quill to make the corrupted, false history right again. The truth about advanced civilizations here is an example. The truth about higher technologies is another example. The truth will set you free is a multidimensional awareness that will help all of humanity, for those who embrace this path of rising beyond the 3D matrix, and embracing the true God timeline and Garden of Eden. If you get lost or disoriented in these shifting times, go back to the garden of your heart inside you. Take a few conscious breaths there to reground and recenter. Take a breath consciously for the confusion. Take a breath consciously for the centering desired. And when ready, take a deep divine breath in to enter the garden again of your heart and of Creator's heart. And review the seeds you have planted and desire to still plant, to make what feels wrong about this world, and your life in it, right in the timeline of God. Remember that the discipline story of you, and what you are overwhelmed by in any given moment, is only the discipline's version. If you continue to refocus your energy, life force, attention, and intention on the clearest seeds that you know are meant to grow in the garden of God going forward, you will continue to transmute again and again, where the 3D matrix wants to grab your attention and your life force. With bubbles of transmutation and alchemy flowing skyward on a regular basis, the 3D sandbags of pain and illusion snag your attention less and less. And you become more and more of your divine instrument. Your divine wind instrument, to sound God into form, in the garden of your life experiences again. Does it take practice? Yes. Does it require commitment? Yes. Does it require strength and faith and fortitude? Yes. All of those things are required. but you have those as God-given seeds inside you for the journey of rebuilding God's garden again. Many of you know you have this inside you. The time now is summoning those who will step up and step out in your own ways in your life, where you know you are actively building the new garden. And as an active builder of the new garden, the old one just doesn't have the hooks or the attraction it once did. Because God's Eden is shining so much brighter. And it feels so good to spend time in it every day. And that means, it also feels good to spend time in you every day. You and the garden are a match. A mirror. A reflection, one to the other. Allow the 3D matrix's false seeds to crumble, atrophy, and fall away. And choose in every moment you can to empower your divine seeds. For the garden of life and light, that is God's true garden. Eden. To fill your life with all of its richness, riches, blessings, harmony, and joy. July 2024, Grow the Garden, Faith is Strength, you are a 5D time-traveling gardener, and Alchemist. June, July, and August will continue to heat up the invitations to personal and collective alchemy, and the mastery of this level of alchemy. Find clarity and strength in your ability to witness unpleasant revelations and events, and ground in God's garden, again and again. Find an inner resolve to notice where you get pulled off center, and simply breathe yourself back to center again. Know now today that unprecedented change is sweeping this world, at accelerated rates. And know that this change is ultimately God-led, as the old systems that can't be repurposed in God's timeline and God's garden will fail and fall away. Know also that some that can be repurposed are, and will be used for good in the larger plan of ascension, and the bigger picture view of creation. Trust as much as you can in the perfection of God's healing of this world, even when it doesn't materialize in ways you might like, and each time, return to your garden, which is where you have the most power to create your experience of the times you are living in. Return to your garden again, and find epic ways to love spending time there. Plant the seeds of your divine 5D plus experiences, and nourish them to grow. Everything serpentine from the 3D matrix must go. It will be transmuted, or dematerialized. So get used to allowing illusions to fall away. And trust that God has new seeds for the new garden that God is planting for this new age, just like you have your own new seeds for this emerging grand garden that is here to rise and thrive. Witness the invitations to distraction and discord, and bring your attention back to clarity and focus on God's divine design, God's garden, and your own garden within God's garden each time. The choice is yours as to how committed you are to stay focused on the God timeline, as more distractions swirl in the dematerialization and 3D alchemical composting process unfolds. Faith is strength in times like these. Conscious and committed dreaming is strength in ascension times like these. Your living light wants to thrive and shine in the new earth. So plant your way there. Dream your way there. Seed and bloom your way there. And there will become your here and now, if you know it deep in your heart as so. You are loved, dear ones. You are love. All our love. sorceryofflight.com. The other videos are in the English video playlist. Help me spread the light. Click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.